think that looks like Chris actually.
That's the current king, the crown holder.
Yep. So forgive me for Andy Mays in the white E36. Followed out after him is Leo Alvarado in the C5 Corvette. The blue, yellow 350C.
No, there's the red Corvette.
Oh, there's Andrew Grindle in the red Corvette. Sorry that it's a little split out for making it work. The teal 350C. Oh my gosh, that's okay. That's right. We'll name what we can. Sean Booth out in the red S15. Matt the Ginge in the blue 350Z. Ryan Oswdrift behind him in the charcoal gray 350Z with the 904.
It's kind of hard to see. We got the barriers above, like almost at eye level.
In the copper Miata, we have Cameron Nunez.
Interesting choice of exhaust coming out the back there.
Yeah, so that is a 240 truck, where F240 is the funny
F240
to say. That's owned by David White from Palm Bay. He's got an RB25 underneath.
A lot of drivers out there. All these drivers look like they're really excited.
So in that blue and yellow S13 hatch, that's going to be Steven Weeks. The camera is now right behind our king, Chris Rios.
A lot of fierce competitors as they're making their way up. It's going to be exciting.
I can't wait. I mean, every guy and maybe girl, but most of the guys, it's all guys, let's be honest. You know, everyone that's out here wants to have a good time. Everyone out here wants to put on a good show. Make some noise as they finish out. They can hear you. Even underneath that roaring RB25 or LS or whatever, they can still hear the energy that comes from the band. So make them hear you.
All right. Yeah, folks, so that's your top 32. Are you excited? I'll cheer for you too. Woo! Yeah! All right, that was Steven Weeks. He actually had damage to his vehicle. You can see there on the passenger side rear quarter panel. Him and his buddies got into a little tussle in practice, but he was able to put his car back together. He said he get some words out of his mouth. He said, if I can't beat Chris, because I'm a T-bone.
That works.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm telling you, it's gonna be fierce out. These guys are out for blood in the water. They want the crown, but will Rios be able to fend them off and retain his title? We're gonna find out. They make their way down the track. Colton out front. JR chasing him down. Oh no, he isn't in S15. Looks like you're right. I stand corrected. Yeah, they're making their way through that second outer zone. Man, JR doing a good job applying that pressure, but almost touching him through that back section. Man, great job in the chase position is JR Yolen all the way down from, straightening out though as it comes around that turn. Colton doing a good job filling out the zone, doing a great job in that lead position. Give it up for Colton and Yolen as they make their way off the course. That was a nice first run. I mean, that was pretty impressive. JR did a good job in the chase position, but had some mistakes.
That's some major mistakes to JR Yolen to lead and impress the judges. But right now I'm seeing a lot of straightening from that S15. Colton, though, in the purple S13 hatch. I'm sorry, still keeping a little bit of distance, maybe a cautious distance, but definitely mimicking the lead driver. And then
JR giving the finger?
I hope not. But just got a door tap, and then now the driver, JR, is signaling to Colton. Make some noise. I think
wow, JR.
The crowd. Make some noise after that run.
Wow, guys, what do you think about that? Who you got to keep it together, not make so many mistakes in that chase position, but very aggressive doing, man, he's having a good showing. Whoa, he's almost pushing Colton around that turn. Good job. Not showing any type of, he's not backing off. He's in it to win it. Both cars making around definitely. Whoa, straightened out by JR. Correction, getting back into drift. Colton doing a good job laying down that lead line. Give it up for JR and Colton. What a way to start off this battle.
That was awesome. I think the one more time might have been due to some mistakes, some major mistakes by both drivers, but now we're starting brought to you by Anyway, so they're going to turn it around. Now JR is out in front of the blue S15. Following him is Colton Johnson. Big straight in at the purple S13. The follow driver totally out of drift now. Might have maybe broken something in the car, but JR is continuing on normally. This could be a big issue for Colton as he is not participating in this run anymore. So therefore, JR is basically going to cruise on to a possible victory. Make some noise!
All right, guys, that first battle. Well, I tell you, this King of OSW is a gauntlet, and these drivers have to not only just be able to prepare to do battle after battle, but their vehicle has to be prepared to do a battle after they already been drifting for. Yeah, so they're drifting Friday, Saturday, and I believe tomorrow as well. So it's a marathon of drifting. All right, both drivers, kind of a slow entry. It looks like Nicholas already taking himself out of competitions. Heckers, that's not the way we want to start. I mean, he's going to finish off the run. He looks like he's applying pressure, but it's spinning out. Not the way to start the competition. But Drew's doing a good job holding it together. Nice wide line, filling on all the zones. Going to transition through here. And it looks like Nicholas is going to try to apply that pressure because it's a mistake from Drew, but not the case. That was one of the quieter runs of the day.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I think both of those might be like street cars versus yeah, so Drew Harrell on the BS IS300. He put us online, you know, he wasn't too as he could. That's okay. You know, Nicholas Sanchez was number 2 BSX with Big Go Wing on the back will be now leading, and Drew Harrell and the blue IS300 will be chasing him down. Not too bad of an initiation by Nicholas Sanchez, doing a much better job of sticking it through the first outer zone. And then now coming into the second outer zone. Wow, look at the IS going in for the shallow aggressive route. Unfortunately, I don't think it had the power to quite keep up for the exit of the turn, but through the Manji has an opportunity to kind of catch up and dial in his proximity as he approaches the third outer zone. Now as they transition for this last outer zone, Nicholas Sanchez looking pretty solid right on the wall at the end. Not too bad.
Definitely a better round for Nicholas, unfortunately.
I'm already hearing some cheers. That's great.
Yeah, buddy. And Dustin
Patton.
He's going Dustin Patton. Dustin Motors versus Davey Peoples.
So this is going to be an all-DP show. Davey Peoples and Dustin Patton going up against each other. Davey Peoples out in front with the Mustang. Oh, kind of checking up Dustin real quick. I don't know what that was really needed for. Dustin.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, shutting it down in the middle of the transition, might have had a mechanical. Davey Peoples, though, S550 Mustang, still hanging out there, looking pretty good. But he is all alone. Dustin Patton, unfortunately, coasting the rest of the run, but Davey Peoples sliding through the finish.
Yeah, what a shame.
Mustang makes some noise, but what's going on with Dustin?
I don't know. I talked to Dustin quite a few times in the pits, and he was just telling me how he's excited. He was able to take it. It's the same chassis he's been drifting in, but he was able to revamp the whole thing, dial in the suspension, get the right alignment in there. So yeah, Davey Peoples is going to advance. Dustin Patton broke his vehicle, so this is just a little parade lap for Davey Peoples. Davey Peoples advancing. Unfortunately, Dustin of Dustin Motors, Dustin Patton, is going to have to bow out of the competition, unfortunately. So Davey Peoples has a sight on that crown, I'm sure. Wow.
Yeah, that would have been a fun battle. He's trying to understand the sign language. 30 broken axles.
30. We have our next battle, which is Brindle versus LZ.
Adam LZ is
Whoa,
in the
Supra.
And from what I understand, the Supra is automatic. So to be able to go up against this beautiful C6 Corvette with all of its trim package all ready to go and do it in a stock Supra is saying something. Nice big
Wow,
lunge by
look
the
at Adam.
Supra.
Holy, oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is looking great. Nice big lunges from Adam, being able to modulate that.
Whoa! Yeah, it's like 3D. I love it. Woo-hoo-hoo! For it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Here we go. Adam LZ is going to lead. Andrew Brindle is going to get chased. Adam in that automatic-ish Supra. Yeah, here we go. Both drivers making their way down the straight. All right, Adam LZ out front trying to fill out that outer zone. Andrew not too far behind trying to apply that pressure in the chase position. Both cars transitioning to that second outside zone. Look at Andrew! Andrew! Oh, that's an expensive door! Oh my goodness! We're gonna see what happens here. Robbins racing. Oh, look at Andrew applying the pressure. And Adam LZ a great lead line, but Andrew is all over Adam LZ. Give it up for Adam LZ and Andrew Grindle. Oh my goodness. Oh man, that's an expensive door.
For our next battle, Matt the Gents, former King of OSW, going to be out in front in the blue 350Z. Following him will be Cameron Nunez in the copper-colored Miata. I love seeing Miatas out here. The 350Z by Matt Gents looking pretty solid out on the line, just hanging all out there with the stock Q. But the Miata able to really keep up. I'm pretty sure it's an LS powered Miata. Coming in, starting to zone 3, and then now right in front of the judges. Nice wide line by himself. The Miata right behind.
Wow, that's Matt really filling out all the zones. That was like.
Jens is going to be following the Miata, driven by Cameron Nunez. Cameron Nunez.
Whoa! Look at that.
Is going to be being chased. This is going to be like a big bear and a rabbit running through the forest. That's getting the Miata navigating the course by a big old 50Z. Driven by probably the most aggressive rider.
Look
right on the door.
Holy cow.
Using the speed of the Manji to catch up right at the end, and then using just a little bit of left foot brake to sit on the door. Right on the wall. Woohoo! Right on the wall. No progress.
Right there. Rios out front, gonna throw down that king line that he's trying to maintain that crown, but will JC be able to hang with? Whoa, man, that really taking that inside line there, trying to cut that line to gain proximity. But Rios showing us the king that he is, just putting a commanding lead and increasing that distance. JC almost straightening out. He's really struggling, trying to keep up with the king as they make their way around. All hail the king! Rios making his way off the course. JC. I just don't think he had enough in the tank there.
No, there is certainly.
See, regardless, it's not over yet. JC out front, Rios in the chase position. Rios trying to apply that pressure. He's not backing off. He's showing us that he's the king for a reason. Bumper to bumper through the transition. Rios almost off. Oh my goodness! They're making their way. They're still drifting. They're still in it. Rios is saying, listen, I'm a king for a reason. You're going to feel my presence as both cars make their way throughout the course. JC, much better line this time around in the lead position. Rios, look at him just surging forward. Give it up for JC and Rios. Woo!
Excellent run, and I think Chris Rios did that whole entire run with the front bumper under his car.
That's fine. There's locked and loaded. Here we go. Working our way through the top 32 competition. May out front. Alvarado, May, kind of a sloppy entry if you ask me. Alvarado trying to follow behind. Both cars transitioning. May is trying to get it back together, run nice and wide in that lead position. Alvarado not really being phased too much. Looks like he's doing a good job in that chase position, trying to apply that pressure. Both cars transitioning through this outer zone here, making their way. Alvarado kind of cutting that line, trying to gain proximity. Both cars making it to that final outer zone. Not a lot of angle from May. Both drivers, Alvarado finally catching up. Give it up for Alvarado and May as they make their way off the course.
That was a slow burn. It took a little while for that one to heat up. It did look a lot.
Leo out front. Andy May going to give chase. Both drivers initiating much better this time around. Leo Alvarado doing a good job filling out that first outside zone, allowing May to get right in the pocket. Both cars transitioning, almost bumper. Whoa! May making a correction there. Oh, but Leo holding it together. Both cars making their way through that little Manji section in the back. Whoa! Did he go into the back bumper of Leo? Looked pretty close. Andy May just not the prettiest chaser. I mean, yes, he's aggressive, but it's pretty sloppy. But both cars coming around here. Leo Alvarado doing a good job in the chase position.
Sloppy, but fun to watch.
Oh,
I thought Andy May's aggressive. Ricardo,
De La Puerte, he is going to chase down Weeks out front. Weeks struggling with that vehicle earlier, but looks like he's got it all put together, doing a good job making his way through the course. De La Puerte in the back, doing it, man. He's applying that pressure. Both cars transitioning through that rear section as they make their way through the outer zones. Steven doing a great job filling out that outer zone. I know he's battling that car, had some damage earlier. Both drivers coming through that final outer zone. Give it up for Stephen Weeks and Ricardo De La Puerte.
Such a fun run because both these cars were pretty close. They moved back and forth a little bit.
Out to Ricky is leading out front, and Stephen in the chase position. Both drivers making it through that first outside zone. Stephen Weeks looking to apply that pressure in the chase position. De La Puerte doing a good job filling out that outside line. Look at Stephen all over his door. Wow, Robbins Racing, he is putting it all on the line tonight to give you guys a show. Look at him dive in for the attack. Once in the water, he wants that crown. He wants to take it from the boy. Will he be able to fight?
Oh, contact!
Whoa! Oh no! What is going on?
Contact in the transition before outer zone 4. Stephen Weeks definitely kind of sat right on the rear bumper of Ricky De La Puerte. So we got Pack and Judge coming over.
Yeah, we're gonna have him watch this replay a couple times. Ben, play it a couple times.
Yeah, from the replay. Be out in front. He's going to be in this black 240 SX convertible. And then in the S14, the white S14 is going to be Graham Rodriguez. Kind of growing, decent through the course. I like the neons and both drivers. Really letting it hang through the transition. And then now up to outer zone 3. Now this is where they really need to impress the judges. But unfortunately, we got a donut from the follow driver from Graham Rodriguez. So it's going to be a clear, easy path to the finish for Josh Chingley. So, kind of an unfortunate, kind of in for, Graham Rodriguez. I mean, up Josh Chingley will be now chasing Graham Rodriguez sitting on a big crusade from the spin out on the follow run. Maybe he can make it up. Maybe he can really impress the judges that he should actually move on and that the spin out was just a and that Josh Chingley is good enough. So, that's kind of what I guess that too is proving the judges who should move on. But right now, Josh Chingley is putting his car all in the right place. Good shot on Graham Rodriguez, unfortunately. I love the neons on the car. Nice wide line to finish it off strong. I love it.
Wow, almost a tap the ball.
I kind of wish he did because, it looks like he's got a couple taps on it already, so why not one more? Camel out front, nice initiation with that 350Z. He was telling me earlier that he does like to rip up a little bit more than his 350. So this 370 is slightly more grip the chassis, but that 150 that's chasing him down, driven by Jordan Corporal. It's dealing with this line. A little lack of proximity, but that's okay. Camel quickly grabs, pulled himself into now for the transition. He needs to really impress the judges by going that deep row line all the way through.
Yeah.
Love it.
Wow. Nice run by both drivers. Very smooth, fluid throughout the course. Good lead. Came off.
More. Well, let's see what we can do. Jordan Calderon now out front. Big, nice wide entry. Almost hits the wall on entry. But Camel knocking on his door. Pretty solid in that 370Z. Giving him enough room to transition. Strain just a little bit to gain proximity, but so far so good.
Whoa!
Going off and into the berm.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Whoa, what was going on there? What was going on?
So Camel definitely was aggressive with his follow, but did the lead driver get pushed? I don't know what to say. We're going to go to the replay, but Camel definitely doing the right thing and continuing the run, but we're going to look at the replay. And outer zone 2 is where we really see the magic, where Jordan looks like he's doing a much better job. Yep, Evan Daly out in front of the red S14. So it's going to be a little tough to find the differences between the two physical characteristics of these two cars. Sean Hughes is down in front of red. S15 is the newer S15. And then so far so good. I think every that we've made is solid. Sean's being a little conservative when he goes proximity, but being a lot more aggressive just now. Diving in, grabbing a wider line, keeping up with them all the way through outer zone 4. Make some noise for Sean Booth and Evan Daly.
I'll tell you what, Sean Booth, I see that man is a monster in the right-hand drive this. Oh, here we go, Sean out front. Sean always puts down a nice lead line, able to keep his car on track. Evan, pretty shallow, trying to gain that proximity, almost getting in the front of Sean Booth. Gold car transitioning, look at Evan, almost bumper to bumper. They're making their way around that second outer zone. Now Evan's starting to fall back. Sean starting to pull away. Both cars transition into outer zone number 3. Whoa, Evan diving into the attack. Sean Booth able to get together, pull a gap just slightly. Both cars making it through that fourth and final outer zone. Evan way inside. Oh my God! Oh! I didn't know. I thought Evan was going to cut that line too much.
It looked like he
and
was
go right into the side of Sean Booth.
Yeah, it was looking like he was going to make a pass on the last corner, but it was just maybe too.
All right, there we go. Nice Turner. Turner's chasing down Bershon. Turner was been very consistent in that Ford Mustang. Both cars transitioning through that second outer zone. Can Tom apply the pressure he needs to Steve to cause Steve to make a mistake? Both cars transitioning into that third outer zone. Whoa, Tom's going to dive into the attack. Coming in hot, going in that extra angle to slow the car down. Steve making his way through that fourth final outer zone. Tom and Steve. Wow, that was a good run.
That was a good run.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with Steve Bergstrom, really staying consistent and smooth in the lead driver. That's what you want to see from a lead driver too, so that's really important for the judges.
All right, Tom, you can hear that Mustang just roaring down the straight. Nice initiation, nice and wide in that first outside zone. Steve right there with them. Let's see how they transition into that second outer zone. Both cars making their way across. Steve trying to close that gap. Apply that pressure to Tom Turner as both cars transition in the back section. Now here we go. Steve, is he going to dive into the attack? Tom tapping the brake a little bit, but Steve is not in the brake whatsoever. Steve, get a little deeper in that pocket. Apply a little more pressure. Whoa! I spoke too soon, and Steve almost dives into the door. Tom Turner, give it up for Tom Turner. What a great.
That was great. I loved the different aspects of the drivers. I mean, the Mustang will probably
Something. All right, Ethan Hodges up front. Nice initiation. Jose trying to cut that line, gain proximity, almost cutting off Ethan Hodges in the chase position, able to maintain distance, a little bit transition. Wow, I mean, Jose's really trying to apply that pressure, make sure that Ethan Hodges feels suppressed, but wow, Ethan Hodges is surging forward through that back section. Now both drivers making their way through that third outer zone. Jose straightening out, coming out of grip, back in grip, but Ethan Hodges filling out that outer zone. Whoa, that car's ripping. You hear all those little JCs bouncing around there.
there is many Jay-Z's going on, and I loved hearing every single one of them. The Miata taking a huge chasing him down. So this is, again, the nice thing about drifting is that you sometimes have to, adapt to the different power levels of the various cars that come out here. So Ethan Hodges, more powerful ripped up. Now this is all a much slower Miata. You can really tell how much Ethan Hodges is struggling.
Whoa! He's like pushing him around the course. He's like, come on, man. You gotta go
big straight by Ethan Hodges. This could be a dub for the Miata.
Oh, what do you do? What are you doing, Ethan? What's going on? Oh, man.
350Z shutting down on the exit of Outer Zone 3, giving the Miata a pretty clear path towards a victory.
I don't know, because the Miata did
straight out. It could go to one more time. But if 350Z is broken. And then Pedro Acosta and the silver 350Z, both VQs, both pretty similar cars. Pretty much
our cheers. All right, here we go.
Winning.
Ryan out front. Pedro giving chase. Pedro doing a pretty good job in that chase position. Ryan said this is his year. He's going to take that ground. Let's see as he's in that lead position. Nice lead line. Ryan's out here right off. Knows his track very well. Pedro coming up with that line, trying to throw down door to door with Ryan Acevedo as they make their way through that fourth and final outer zone. Pedro doing a good job in that chase position. Give it up for Ryan and Pedro. Wow, the dueling 350s.
Yeah, honestly, I couldn't tell more.
No, that was hard because the silver's position as it usually does. Let's see, both cars making their way through that first outer zone. Look at Ryan, almost bumper to bumper through the transition as they make their way into that second outer zone. Costa doing a good job in the lead line. Let Ryan get comfortable in that pocket as both cars transition through the back section. Little fire coming out the back of Ryan's cars. Both cars making their way through that third outer zone. Nice lead line by Pedro. Nice lead line. Ryan diving as they make their way through that fourth final outer zone.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Oh man, I can see how you get confused. Like, oh, that lead. Oh wait, which car's which?
No, but they're going to be slated. Nothing about the last battle.
Never happened. All right, here we go. The one-more-time battle between Ryan Acevedo and Acosta as they make their way down the straight.
Ryan out front in that great silverish 50Z. Acosta right behind in that great silverish 350Z. Both cars making their way around the course. Ryan doing a good job like he always does. Very consistent in that lead position is Ryan Acevedo, but Acosta right there with them. Let's see, can Ryan pull away a little bit? Almost a car gap between the two drivers. Can Ryan show the judges that he deserves this win and move on? Whoa, look at Pedro diving in for the attack. Both cars transition the attack fourth and final outer zone. Pedro Acosta, Ryan Acevedo, give it up for these drivers. Yeah, buddy.
Here we go. I mean, again, this could easily become a one-more-time battle again. I think both did.
Both drivers making their way. Acosta out front this time. Acevedo in the chase position. Both cars making their way through that first outside zone. Acosta doing a great job. Look at Ryan, almost door-to-door, bumper to bumper through that transition into that second outer zone. Ryan, whoa! What's going on? Whoa! Oh my goodness. Oh my
Again,
goodness.
we see the judges coming over here because the follow driver certainly was aggressive. Whether or not that aggressiveness turned into a push or a lunge or something to cause the lead driver to go off, because that was a lead driver mistake. Now we're going to look to the replay again. Look on your phones to check this out if you're not here live. Or if you're here live, check it out on your phones.
Yep. Both drivers, as we're watching the replay, making their way through that first outer zone, transitioning into that second outer zone. Is there contact or is it a dirt drop? It looks like it's a dirt drop. Dirt drop.
Yeah, no contact.
He's a dirty boy. Dirty.
Ryan played that so well. He definitely had the aggressiveness.
Acevedo's going to get the win. Ryan Acevedo's going to advance on. He's got his eyes set on that crown.
But I'll tell you what, hats off to Pedro Acosta. Very aggressive, doing a great job. Coming here playing and being able to go against one of our regulars. I think maybe he chose the great 350Z to kind of fill the judge ball. Yeah.
That's actually
I mean, they actually have the same weight, too. Yeah, all right, who we got next?
So Matt Shulman in the black S13 hatch with an SR against Mario Gonzalez.
There are no breaks here. We just keep going. We're not going to stop.
Let's go.
Are you playing physical?
So Matt Shulman, like he was saying, will be out in front as soon as they get clearance to go. Obviously we'll see it go. Unless they just sit there and
I don't think so. I think they're ready to do battle. There's been a lot of exciting moments. I can't even name one of my favorite moments so far, and it's just gonna get better.
Yeah, we've already had some great battles. This is the second-class battle in the top 16, so tons of good action already and tons more coming.
All right, Matt Shulman out front. Mario giving chase. Matt Shulman, not as aggressive entry as I'd like. Whoa, already spinning out. Oh, what a shame. Matt Shulman giving himself a major deficit. Gonzalez, he was the chase driver in those competitions. If the lead driver spins, the chase driver is not because he's basically, ooh, that's a little flame action there. I can use some of that work to get accountability. But yeah, like I said, Matt Shulman started in the first place position, coming out last. Unfortunately, he's not competition car either, so
Well, totally understand, like new car judges that stick together this competition despite that spin on his lead run.
Yep, and here we go. Mario out front. Whoa, look at Shulman really trying to dive in the pocket, apply that pressure. Look at him trying to cause a mistake from Mario Gonzalez. Really caused a mistake from Mario Gonzalez. I mean, Matt Shulman definitely applying pressure, kind of sloppy, but in the straightening out Matt Shulman in that back section as both cars make their way into that third hour zone. Final transition into the fourth and final hours. Whoa! Look at Matt Shulman! What is it? Too little, too late. Just maybe too many mistakes, but definitely leaving an impression on the judges at the end.
If this was judged just off of a few camera shots, I think that's no.
Thank you for that. Okay,
Ryan Silva out in front. David White chasing him down. Look at that 240SX truck with the smokestacks poking through the rear. But Ryan Silva in the red FRS sneaking through the transition and then out to the outer zone with David White applying the proximity with that 240SX truck. About to haul his way into Ryan Silva. Looking really good through the outer zone. Now, this is where a lot of drivers make mistakes, but no! They're right on it! David White holding right on to the door of Ryan Silva through outer zone 4. What more could have you asked for?
Front, Ryan giving chase, both cars initiating into that first outer zone. Ryan's going to try to chase down David as they make their way in that first transition. Both cars transitioning into that second outside zone. Wow, David White doing a great job of lead position, pulling away from Ryan as they make their way through the rear of the course. Both cars transitioning into that third outer zone. Wow, Ryan coming in hot, trying to close that gap. Let me tell you something. Sylvia doing a great job in that lead position, and here we go, both drivers making their way into that final outer zone. Give it up for Sylvia and David White.
Great runs by both drivers.
I'm surprised Ryan, he actually pulled gap on Ryan there.
That was kind of
Hill in that blue IS, trying to chase down Yolan in his blue S15, I believe. That's
J.R. Yolan's out in front of the blue S15. Drew Harrell is back behind him in the blue IS300. So a totally different kind of setup of cars here. We have the S15 kind of leading out, a little bit more power than the IS, but still, the IS is still trying along, looking pretty solid.
Yeah. Wow, getting back in there, top 16. Nice little run there. I'd like to see more IS.
They're really a great car. Honestly,
top 16. Yeah, top 16.
8, 6. Wow.
All right, anyhow. Now Yolan's going to chase. Harold's going to be out front. Both drivers making their way down the straight. All right, giving up for both these drivers and making their way into that initiation point. Harold out front. Yolan trying to close that gap, trying to apply that pressure on the Harold as he makes his way through that first outside zone. Bumper to bumper through the transition. Second outside zone doing a great job. Yolan applying the pressure. Almost making contact. Looked like he straightened out as both drivers transition coming into that third outer zone. Harold doing a good job. Nice outside line in the lead position is Harold. Both drivers transition. Whoa, coming in hot. Yolan trying to apply that pressure, but Yolan making some mistakes there in that chase position.
Yeah, but Drew Harrell in the IS300, super solid. Really put it exactly where he needed to.
Ooh, close right there. Navy Peoples out front. Grindle initiating almost on the door of Navy Peoples. Both cars making it through that first outer zone. Now they're going to transition into the second outer zone. Grindle falling back just slightly, but diving back in the pocket. Navy Peoples always putting down a stellar lead run as he does. Both cars transitioning. Look at Grindle trying to dive in for the attack, but Peoples looks like he's able to finish it off. Grindle kind of look shallow angle into that transition, but almost making contact. Both cars making up for that. Navy Peoples and Andrew Grindle give it up for these drivers, putting it all on the line. Woo!
Man, both V8s were thundering through this course, and both were looking pretty dang good.
Both drivers ready to do battle. Both drivers looking for the crown, wanting to walk away with the crown, be able to retain that crown for the next Oswdrift. Here we go. Grindle out front. Navy Peoples giving chase. Grindle, nice initiation. Navy Peoples trying to surge right into the door of Grindle as they make their way through that first transition into that second outer zone. Wow, look at Navy Peoples right in the pocket. Whoa! Oh no! Oh no! Are you kidding me? Navy Peoples, what happened there? What happened?
We got robbed. We got robbed. We could have seen these two drivers following through.
What is going on? Navy Peoples cannot be happy with himself.
So now we're going to go to the replay. Judges are looking at this too. So we want to make sure that Davey Peoples, for whatever reason, didn't get pushed off the track or any,
Chris Rios Looks like Rios has some fans out here. Looks like his subjects are out here to support him.
Yeah, I want to hear Chris Rios and that Boston Scottish accent that you got going on.
Oh, man. I tried. Chris Rios.
See, that was good. That was good.
The king of all Scotland. The king of all Scotland.
Anyways,
You have fun. We try to make it fun for everybody.
Chris Rios will be leading this one. No, Ginge will be out in front.
Oh, hell, the king. Chris Rios. Matt the Ginge is going to be out front. Chris Rios is going to give chase. Give it up for both of these drivers. Woo! Yeah! Yeah, I like that. Was good. What was that? Yep. There you go. That's right. It's a family affair out here. We're all out here having a good time. You guys are sticking with us here. It's kind of chilly. It's like 11 o'clock at night. We're just halfway done. It's going to roll pretty smoothly now. But here we go. Matt the Ginge out front. Chris Rios giving chase. Get up these drivers. Look at Chris Rios trying to apply pressure, but whoa, kind of shallow. Oh no, that was a correction from the king. Matt the Ginge putting on a clinic on that lead run. Nice wide lead run, but look at Rios trying to apply that pressure in the chase mission. Whoa! Oh! I thought there was going to be contact there. Coming around that third outer zone. Matt the Ginge. Chris Rios. No! Oh no! The king may not be anymore. Oh, no more Burger King line. No more 15% off for him if he doesn't finish this off.
Oh, he just got his Tire Kingdom gift
Tire
card.
Kingdom, Burger King card, all this week.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Shallow. And then two, also like strange shallow. So yeah, that's two big marks, man.
All right, round two, here we go. Chris Rios out front, the current king going against Matt the Ginge, the returning former king. Both cars making their way through that first. Oh, what is going on? Oh my goodness. See, I said you never know what's going to happen.
So
Matt, you want to sit on that? Oh, watching. We're going to watch the replay here, see exactly what transpired. Was it? Matt Ginge trying to take out his buddy Chris Rios. Did it come too hot? Did he crash on his side? Over here, watch the replay.
nice and deep. Ginge also deep, but Chris just gets sucked into the walls.
Really deep, man.
That's rough.
I don't know. I don't want to call it. All right, here we go. Leo out front. Ricky giving chase. Both cars initiating into that first outside zone. Ricky kind of cutting that line a little bit, trying to gain proximity, in which may be a faster vehicle of Leo Alvarado as both cars transition into that first row. Ricky making a mistake. Whoa! Did he hit Leo through that second outer zone? Pretty close as they transition through the. Whoa! Look at Ricky diving in. He's really trying to apply that pressure to Leo Alvarado. Sloppy a little bit there, but nonetheless very aggressive. Not afraid to throw it into the side of Leo Alvarado. Both guys make it up the course. Leo Alvarado and Ricky De La Puerte doing a great job.
Love that run. I think the Corvette driven by Leo Alvarado just kind of opened.
Chase position now to really start closing in.
All right, Ricky up front. Leo give a chance. Whoa, look at Leo. Oh, what's going on here? Ricky. Oh, whoa. He's like, hey, come on, man. Move it. Move out of my way.
No,
Something's going on here. Oops. Whoa. Yeah. This is like the best day of my life. Oh.
So right now we're going to have to instantly look at the beginning of this run because it definitely didn't start off on the right foot.
Maybe the left judge just
Analyze the first run, giving the win to Leo Alvarado.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for
that.
That makes sense. You really have to judge off of something and
using, and it just comes down to one run.
Yes. All right, who do we have next?
Tingley and Campbell.
Ooh, Tingley Campbell coming down the street. All right, Tingley out front, Campbell out back. Campbell kind of taking that inside line as they both initiate into that first outside zone. Like right on the back bumper of Tingley as they transition into that second outer zone. Get it, Campbell, get it. All right, cars transitioning through that back section. Tingley out front doing a good job, but Campbell's not going to hand it to him. Both cars into that third outer zone. Campbell shallower through that line, trying to close that proximity. Final transition into that fourth and final outer zone. Give it up for Tingley and Campbell. Woo!
Tingley looking solid in that vert. I think he
good starter.
Campbell was telling me the differences between his 350 and 370. And 370 does like to grip up a lot more.
Okay, well, he's balancing, he's doing a great job. Campbell out front, Tingley giving chase. Both cars transitioning or initiating into that first outside zone. Tingley trying to apply that pressure as they transition, working their way through that second outer zone. Campbell's doing a good job filling out those outer zones. Right there with the both drivers transitioning through that back section. Whoa! Campbell pulling out in front of Tingley. Can Tingley close the gap? I don't know, we're about to find out. As they make their way to the final transition into that fourth final outer zone. Look at Campbell filling out that outer zone. Tingley
already losing a piece of the bumper. Campbell had a piece of bodywork possibly get hit from this run. I don't know where it happened. And now we are off for the one more time battle between Josh Tingley and Campbell.
Wow, Tingley aggressive initiation as they make their way into that first outside zone. Definitely trying to impress the judges with initiation like that, but look at Campbell right on his back door. Both drivers making their way through that second outer zone, almost bumper to bumper, transitioning. Tingley pulling out maybe a little bit, but look at Campbell diving back in for the attack, trying to force a mistake from Tingley, but Tingley staying calm, cool, and collective as they both initiate into that third and final outer zone. Give him, whoa, look at Campbell, almost door to door with Tingley. Woohoo! Yeah!
I don't think you could have asked for a closer run. They were right there the whole entire time.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, look at him. S13 convertible and Campbell in the purple 370cc.
Woo! All right, Campbell and out front, not as aggressive as initiation as Tingley had, but Tingley's right there with them. Both cars transitioning into that second outer zone. Tingley kind of a sloppy transition there, not the best. Campbell pulling out in front. Tingley's got to close that gap if he wants to take out Campbell. Now he's starting to surge forward for the attack, but is it too little, too late? Now they make it through that third outer zone, transitioning into the final outer zone. Campbell, nice, filling out that outer zone. Tingley trying to apply the pressure. Give it up for Tingley. Both drivers excited. You see the fist bumps out the side window.
I love it when I see drivers finish a run and they just know they killed it. And Josh Tingley doing a couple fist bumps really makes us
giving chase. Both cars making their way into that first outer zone. Steve's right there with Sean. Sean, a nice little flick on entry. Both drivers nice and aggressive. Transitioning into that second outer zone. Steve kind of diving in for the attack. Whoa! Almost door to door. Wow, both drivers on point here. Nice transitioning through that back section. Sean,
big
whoa! Whoa! Steve able to slow down at the last minute, avoid collision. But Sean Booth, nice lead run. Both cars, final transition. Wow! Look how deep! Sean Booth is all in it! All in it.
Do you see him at the end? He like looked at us, was like, "Yeah, I got this." Incredible run, lead driver
out front. Sean giving chase. Sean almost initiating side by side with Steve Berstrom as they make their way through that. Wow, Sean Booth almost pushing Steve around that first outer zone. Now the transition.
Contact.
Look at that. Oh my goodness, look at that. Sean Booth is saying, listen, I'm right here, buddy. You better get with the program or I'm going to take you out. Both drivers transitioning into that third outer zone. Now making their way through that final transition into the. Wow, look at Sean Booth. Whoa, diving in. Give it up for Sean Booth and Steve Berstrom. Wow.
I want to see that over and over and over again. That was so good. And, you know, Steve going deep, going exactly where he needs to be, and then Sean. Miata versus 350Z.
Yeah, we got
Jose Roca and
Ryan Acevedo. Yep. Ryan Acevedo's giving chase. And Jose out front, Jose in that little white Miata. Look at Ryan almost on the back bumper. Both cars transitioning through that back section. Ryan, he has his eyes on the ground. Chris Rios is out of the way, so Jose is just one more competitor standing in his way to the crown. But Jose is not going to hand it to him. Jose doing a great job filling out those outer zones. Look at Ryan almost pushing him off the course. Woo! Ryan Acevedo.
So close. I mean, I get it that the Miata probably doesn't have that much power, that much grip, but oh my God, Ryan pushed him the whole time.
So the pressure is on Jose. He's got to be able to maintain proximity. Nice flick by Ryan Acevedo as they both make their way through that first outer zone. Yeah, Jose way shallow, really cutting that line. Not where he wants to be. I mean, he wants to impress the judges, but cutting the line that severely. I know he wants to close the door, but Ryan Acevedo just pulling away through that back section. As Ryan Acevedo enters into that third outer zone, Jose not too far behind, struggling to keep up in that little white Miata. Both cars transitioning as they make their way off the course. Give up for Ryan Acevedo and Jose Roca as they make their way off the course. I think this one kind of already decided.
Yeah, a little bit. I think it is slightly obvious, but I still want to give props to the Miata.
David White, both drivers making their way down the course. Gonzalez out front, David White giving chase. David White in that truck, that S14 240, 4240, or whatever he called it. But both drivers into that second outer zone. Wow, Gonzalez doing a good job filling out that second outer zone as the drivers transition through that back section. Gonzalez out front. Whoa, David White diving in for the attack. Needs to close that gap. You want to impress the judges, show that aggression, but look at Gonzalez fill out that final outer zone. Give it up. Woo! Gonzalez and David White.
Finish right on the wall. Amaro Gonzalez right on the wall. Love to see it. Love to see it. And then you have you know, the truck.
The truck. Yeah. David White. David White doing a great job with that Nissan truck that he's fabricated there. Exhaust coming right out behind the rear window.
Smokestacks.
Yeah.
Wind just got super.
It's David White versus Gonzalez. Both drivers making their way down the straight. White out front this time in that Nissan 240 truck of his. Gonzalez going to try to apply that pressure. Wow, Gonzalez diving in almost to the door. David White, both cars transitioning into that second outer zone. And now look at that. All right, sorry, got extracted in the side here. But yeah, Gonzalez up. Man, look at Gonzalez applying pressure. David White has got to be able to just fill out those zones. But Gonzalez is right all over the back of David White's vehicle. Both cars making their way off the course. Wow. Gonzalez is doing a great job in the chase position.
I can't believe that this 240 truck is drifting as well as it is. I mean, it should still
gets the win. Mario Gonzalez gets the win. Taking out David White. Mario Gonzalez gets the win. Now we have our start of the Grade 8. Here we go.
Drew Harrell and Andrew Grindle. Andrew Grindle in the Corvette going to be chasing down Drew Harrell and the IS300.
Wow, okay, Harrell out front. Grindle definitely aggressive in that chase position, as you can already see, moving in for the attack. Like I said, there's blood in the water. These guys want that crown. Look at Grindle almost pushing Harrell around that second outer zone as they transition in the back section into that third outer zone. Harrell doing a good job, nice and wide.
Grindle going shallow.
Making some major mistakes there, way cutting the line short. Harrell, oh, Harrell, and look at Grindle as they make their way off the course. Grindle not doing himself any favors.
Yeah, I really hate to see it because I think that Corvette could have kept up. I didn't think that he really needed to go shallow in outer zone 3. I don't see the point. I mean, Drew Harrell had his own mistakes, but I think it is we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. All right.
Yeah.
Grindle out front, nice aggressive initiation, but Harrell right there with them. Both drivers making their way through that first outside zone. Whoa, Harrell diving in for the attack, dropping back though, starting to fade back a little bit, cutting the line through the second outer zone, trying to dive in the door of Grindle. Both drivers transitioning through that back section. Grindle starting to show his little, starting to show some power there as they transition into that third outer zone. Look at Harrell cutting the line, not as bad as Grindle did. Now they transition into the fourth and final outer zone. Grindle and Harrell. Grindle on that wall. Making their way off course. That was a good run.
Someone lost.
Here doing battle against a veteran like Grindle.
In a Corvette too.
And he didn't, he didn't hand it to him, right? He gave Grindle the run for his money, but unfortunately, not able to take out Brindle. Brindle's going to advance on the shout to Harold. Great job. We hope to see you back out here at Black Friday to battle it out again for the King of OSW in the second half of the year.
That's right. There are 2 big events each year, Spring Break Bash and Black Friday. That's going to be in November, so don't go anywhere for that. Be sure to stick around and check out the Black Friday Drift in November. Next up, Matt the Ginge and Leo Alvarado.
Right, Matt the Ginge going to be out front. Leo going to give chase. Both cars initiating. Nice aggressive entry. Whoa, Leo almost tagging the back of Matt's car as they made their way through that first outer zone. Nice transition. Both drivers look like they're on point. Matt the Ginge doing a great job filling out that second outer zone. Leo right there with him, transitioning through that back section. Look at Leo diving in for the attack, maintaining control. A little bobble, but Matt the Ginge putting on a clinic of a lead run. How he fills out those outer zones. Both cars transitioning.
Whoa! Big aggressive push.
Oh my goodness! Leo almost just full send into the side of Matt the Ginge's vehicle, but both drivers maintaining control.
Big push into the entry of outer zone 4. What a move, too.
Do you have a garter belt? I can
not tonight.
Yeah. So look at this. So there you go, folks. 500 ones.
Hold on.
I mean, that teller must have been, that bank teller must have been pissed.
Someone's actually calling you right now. You got to pick it up.
Oh, hello?
Who is it?
Money.
Big wad of cash.
Big wad of cash.
So that's going to go to the first place winner. That is going to go to the King.
Like
Not only does the King get the rain, but the King also gets the gold.
Tommy, take this from me before you start missing bills.
That's true. It is windy, so we would hate
it just blew away with the wind. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, here we go. Second half of this battle. Leo Alvarado versus Matt the Ginge. Matt the Ginge going to get chased. Leo out front. Both drivers down the screen. Nice aggressive initiation by Leo, but Matt right there with them, door to door as they make their way. Whoa, look at Matt. Oh, man, he's trying to apply the pressure. He's trying to make sure Leo knows he's right there with them. Look, you can barely see Leo's cars in that second outer zone. Both cars transition, making their way to that third.
Whoa! Right on the bumper. Right on the door.
Goodness. Matt's like, yeah, come on, give me more, give it to me. Wow, Matt the Ginge sticking it to Leo Alvarado in that chase position. Give it up for Matt the Ginge and Leo Alvarado. Woohoo!
I just love the comfort that Matt has with that 350Z to just kind of tease him and push and pull back. Just like an incredible, feat of driving skill. Neither one of them wants to give up an inch.
Wow. Campbell versus Sean Booth. Both drivers locked and loaded. Campbell's going to lead first. Sean Booth's going to give chase. Here we go. Campbell up front. Wow, nice aggressive entry from Campbell, but Sean Booth right there with them. Both cars making their way through that first outer zone. Now they're going to transition into that second outside zone. Sean Booth's going to try and dive it for the attack, almost door to door with Campbell coming out that second outside zone, transitioning. Wow, here we go. Sean Booth going to dive into the attack. Campbell doing a great job filling out those outer zones. Final transition. Sean Booth drops back slightly, trying to gain proximity. Give it up to Campbell and Sean Booth. Woo.
Incredible. Both on point, both in their lead, both in their run. It's so good to see these talented drivers really do something.
Down the track, Sean Booth up front. Campbell giving chase. Sean Booth, nice initiation. Both cars making their way through that first outside zone. Campbell,
Super
Campbell
shallow.
diving really shallow inside. Sean Booth filling out that first outside zone. Nice, but here we go. Campbell diving into the attack, trying to apply that pressure with the tire right in the door of Sean Booth as they transition through that back section into that third out zone. Whoa! Sean Booth slowed down a little bit. Campbell diving into the attack, not phasing him whatsoever, but Sean Booth on point. Campbell diving in. Woo! Campbell!
Yes!
Sean Booth! Woo! Yeah!
Oh man, Campbell was right on the front tire, at the end. It was so great to see. And then back to the beginning, Campbell made this pretty big mistake,
Here we go. We got Ryan Acevedo off front. Gonzalez giving chase. Both drivers initiation. Gonzalez kind of shallow on that initiation, trying to get close into that pocket of Ryan Acevedo, trying to apply that pressure. Both drivers transitioning into that second outer zone. Gonzalez doing a pretty good job, but Ryan putting down a nice lead run, filling out that outer zone as both cars transition. And wow, Gonzalez diving in for the attack. Ryan trying to keep it nice and wide, run that line, get deep into that outer zone. Both cars transitioning into that final outer zone. Gonzalez trying to apply the pressure. Ryan Acevedo and Manuel Gonzalez.
Love it.
Nice.
I mean, both cars, not a ton of power, but able to.
If that wants me to do one more time battle. Right now, Gonzalez is out front. Ryan Acevedo giving chase. Wow, Gonzalez pulling a little gap on Ryan Acevedo. Ryan Acevedo's got to close that gap. He's got to apply that pressure if he wants to take this win. But Gonzalez not letting him. Wow, look at Gonzalez pulling away from Ryan Acevedo through that back section. Can Ryan close the gap? Starting to dive into the attack. Whoa, nice. Really diving in. That third outer zone, both cars transitioning, final outer zone, Ryan Acevedo, Gonzalez out front, Gonzalez and Ryan Acevedo. Wow, Ryan not having the proximity from the chase position in the beginning of the track.
Yeah, certainly falling a little bit back.
What about Sean Booth? Wow, looks like Camel slightly got it edged out there, but here we go. Camel out front, nice aggressive initiation by both drivers. Camel getting it. Wow, Camel really getting this zone. Sean Booth dropping back. Will Camel take out Sean Booth? Sean Booth diving back in, cutting that line, trying to gain that proximity as they transition through the back section of the course. Here we go, Camel out front, nice, filling out the lines. Whoa! Oh, Sean Booth all over Camel. Applying that pressure, let him know he's right there with him. Give it up, Sean Booth to Camel. Woo! Yeah! Wow.
That was so awesome. And, you know, Camel super deep, but Sean Booth right there with him. And I think that's just going to be the story of this battle is honestly, like, both drivers super talented.
Nope, absolutely not. Here we go. Sean Booth out front. Campbell, let him hear you guys as they make their way down the straight. Sean Booth out front. Campbell not too far behind. Wow, look at Campbell trying to get into the door of Sean Booth as they transition into that second outer zone. Sean Booth trying to pull away, doing a good job filling out that second outer zone. Both cars in the rear of the course, transitioning into that third outer zone. Sean Booth out front. Campbell has some ground to make up. Sean Booth filling out that third outer zone, nice and deep. Both cars, final transition. Give it up for Sean Booth and Campbell. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. This is a tough one, my man.
I think this could go to a second one. But don't worry, we are ready to go, Tim. What do we got?
We got Campbell out front. Sean Booth giving chase. Both drivers, they're both on kill mode. Both of them want to taste that ground. They want to take that ground home. So look at Sean Booth right on the door of Campbell. Both cars through that second outer zone. Good job by Campbell filling out those outer zones. Sean Booth right there with them as they train. Look at Sean Booth all over Campbell's vehicle. Actually, it's not Campbell's vehicle, wrong vehicle. As they transition to that fourth and final outer zone. Sean Booth, Campbell. Wow, look at Sean Booth is excited. Look at that. Campbell, great job in the lead position. Oh,
it's so good. I mean, Sean's right on the door from the beginning, and Campbell is laying down a solid line as the lead driver. Like, seriously, like, this is why it's on its second one more time.
It's good of a show, if not better, to take home this victory and advance on. But here we go, Sean Booth out front, Campbell not too far behind. Both cars in that first outer zone, nice. Wow, look at Campbell, almost on the back bumper of Sean Booth. As they transition into that second outer zone, Campbell trying to apply that pressure. Campbell's like, listen, I can play too. Look at that. Wow, both cars into that third outer zone. Sean Booth's a little more out front. Campbell needs to close that gap. He's got to apply the pressure now. He's got to pour it on. But Sean Booth, Campbell transitioning into that final outer zone. Give it up for Campbell and Sean Booth. Woo! I'll tell you what.
I would hate to be a judge right now because this could easily turn into a third one more time. I don't know. What is the crowd out of the competition?
But it looks like we are into Grindle out front and Matt the Ginge giving chase. Whoa! Look at Matt already on the attack right from the get as they transition into that second outer zone. Matt the Ginge going to try to apply the pressure, almost pushing Grindle around that second outer zone. Nice. Both cars transition through that back section and into that third outer zone. Whoa! Look at Matt. Wow. He's like, I'm knocking at the door, Grindle. I'm right here with you. Both cars transition. Look at Matt the Ginge. Oh my goodness. Whoa! Wow, Grindle, stellar lead line, allowing Matt the Ginge to dive in the pocket and attack.
Yeah, seriously, but still a really good amount of angle coming from Grindle throughout his own one. And
C6 Corvette will be now chasing down Matt the Ginge in blue
350Z.
Here we go. Matt the Ginge out front. Grindle, he's got some work to make up. Matt the Ginge really did a great job in the chase position, but now Grindle, it's his turn to apply that pressure to Matt the Ginge as they make their way through that second outer zone. Making their way okay. And Grindle's got to apply a little more pressure, but Matt the Ginge, look at him out front, putting the car where it needs to be. Here we go. Will this be the tale of two drivers that are just going to battle it out over and over again? Well, right now, Grindle is trying to apply the pressure. Matt the Ginge out front. Give it up for Matt the Ginge. And Grindle, woo, that was, I don't know, man. I mean, I would have to say, you know, if I'm going to analyze this run.
Final four battle. Can't wait. I think Amaro has some really positive driving styles and can really kind of push and lunge where he needs to. There we go. That's a good paperweight.
501. That's your paperweight.
It's easily half a pound.
There we go. You got Sean Booth out front. Gonzalez giving chase. Here we go. Booth doing a good job filling out that outer zone. Gonzalez has to make him some ground. Wow, Gonzalez is here. He's here to play. He's here to do battle. Gonzalez is right there with Booth as they make their way through that second outer zone. Oh my goodness, Gonzalez, could this be an upset? Can he take out Sean Booth? Oh! Oh! Gonzalez maintaining control, putting the car where it needs to be, applying that pressure. But Sean Booth, look at him, that freaking stellar lead run, running way wide. But Gonzalez, wow.
Chucks a cone at the end and finishes strong. Like, oh man, it's so good to see too, because this is like for our sake, Amaro Gonzalez is right there the whole entire time.
You can only see Amaro went a little shallow in certain areas of the track to gain proximity. Not that it was bad, but I mean that's the only point you kind of pick apart.
Which is okay.
Which is okay, but if Booth can keep the same proximity without cutting the line, that may be the difference. But here we go, Amaro Gonzalez out front. Sean Booth giving chase. Both cars making their way through that first outer zone. Sean Booth right there with Amaro Gonzalez as they transition into that second outer zone. Great job by both drivers. Whoa, Amaro Gonzalez
stretching,
pulling out about a car length ahead of Sean Booth. Sean Booth has got to close that gap.
There he goes.
Diving in, door to door with Amaro Gonzalez. Wow, here we go. Amaro doing a great job filling out those outer zones. Here we go. Sean Booth right there, door to door. Give it up for Sean Booth and Amaro Gonzalez.
Sean was losing some ground. You know, he started off tough. Two King of OSWs in a row coming in second. So he's got a little bit of pride in this. He's you know, he's got something back behind him.
I believe this is
third place battle.
Yeah, third place battle. Matt the Ginge up front. Amaro Gonzalez, wow, cutting that line pretty shallow to that first outside zone and now straightening out, not to do himself any favors. Coming out of that last battle against Sean Booth. I'm sure a little shooken up, but here we go. Matt the Ginge filling out the zones where he needs to be, putting the car. Wow, there we go. Gonzalez now diving into the attack. Both cars making their way through that third outer zone. Final transition. Matt the Ginge out front, filling out that fourth and final outer zone. Amaro Gonzalez not too far behind. So Amaro Gonzalez shaky in the first half of this course.
Love it. I think Ginge, you know, really place. You know, there is a little bit to earn by making it up on this run.
Yeah, we've seen anything happen. So Gonzalez out front, Matt the Ginge right there with them, side by side as they make the way through that first outer zone. Now they're transitioning into that second outer zone. Matt the Ginge almost right on the door of Gonzalez as they make their way through that back transition of the course. And wow, look at Matt the Ginge all over Amaro Gonzalez, giving him a little tap into that third outer zone as they transition, the final transition for battle for third. Amaro Gonzalez and Matt the Ginge. Wow.
Make some noise, OSW, for that, because Matt the Ginge and Amaro Gonzalez right on each other.
Door action all the way throughout the course. So Andrew, my man, can you do it? You've seen the crowd within your grasp. Can you get past Sean Booth? Well, we're about to find out. Sean Booth out front, Andrew Grindle giving chase. Sean Booth, nice outside line. Grindle diving in for the attack. Drop it back a little bit. This may be enough to decide a winner. That gap there through that first outside zone as they make their way through that second outer zone. The final transition. You can definitely tell by far Grindle not applying the pressure that Sean Booth was in that transition. Sean Booth doing a great job putting the car where it needs to be, filling up those outer zones. Here we go. Give it up for Sean Moon and Andrew Grindle, who will be crowned king.
Man, it's such a nice run. It's so nice to see this in the finals.
All right, so there can only be one king. Matt the Ginge gets there. Congrats, former king. But that king drives a red car. Also has red hair. But there can only be first Ginger Podium. Give it up. Yeah. Anyways, give it up to your king of OSW, Sean Booth.
All hail the king. Bow to him. Bow to your king. Serve your king. Love your king. Touch your king. Yes. Oh, I went too far.